I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Holly and the Bros.
The worst intro ever, Greg.
I had to make it weird.
Worst intro ever. No, I knew when we were coming back off that something stupid was going to be going down. I just didn't know what it was. Because I could tell as we were talking about making Greg do the girls' part, since Holly's not here today, that it was going to get messed up. So thanks.
It's going to blame me. I literally almost said our old one.
Well, I did say our old one before.
You
did. I was telling you guys what to
off.
say. Yeah, I'm here to throw you off. That's my whole goal in life.
I got a quick question for Greg.
Okay.
Did you finish Stranger Things?
Josh, do you know about this?
No.
I wondered. So I finished.
What?
I finished Stranger Things. I really did. I can't. Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure I believe you.
He texted me or something.
I know the whole roller coaster at the end. Where you think something. I'm not going to just say it for spoilers, but
everyone else.
Spoilers, hell, Greg, it came out 2 years ago.
In case somebody else hasn't watched.
Well, those people, spoiler alert. Go ahead and say it.
I thought somebody had died, and then there's hope at the end that she's still
running up that hill.
Oh, the redheaded chick.
Keep running up that. Yes, Max.
Yeah, she got tore up. Didn't she get pulled apart or something? It's been 2 years since I've seen it, Greg. You have to excuse me.
Oh, dude. Right now. Yes, because Shauna was
she's in a
over my shoulder, and when that happened, when she's floating in the air, and I was like, oh, she'll be fine. And then her leg goes, and then I was like, oh, and then her arm goes, and I was like, oh, she dead.
Greg called me crying. He was upset. I had to talk him down.
True story.
I don't doubt it. So what made you decide to watch it after 2 years of us trying to get you to watch it?
I did it for you guys. Actually, I really wanted to know.
You did it for yourself.
I know the last season is coming, so at some point I had to watch it. And Raw is on Netflix now, so I resubscribed. And
I figured
I would just watch Stranger Things while I had it. So, which was badass.
Yeah,
that it's on Netflix. I thought that was awesome.
What, Raw?
Raw.
Yeah, it was. Let's talk about that for a second. So for those of you that don't know, we actually are pretty big WWE fans, have been since we were just little dudes. Somewhere out there's videos of Greg doing WWE moves on a trampoline without a shirt on, but we won't go there.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of those. There's 30 of them.
But yeah, so they started doing Raw on Netflix. What did you guys think about the show?
It was really good.
Phenomenal. Like that was the way they staged that was perfect for
production value was out of this world too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was like watching a movie. Even, I would say if you didn't ever watch wrestling before and you turned into that and you were watching just the presentation of it, you would tune back in to watch it because it was crazy. It was better than any pay-per-view I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
Just the production part of it.
Yes, yeah.
Because there were some big storylines that, kind of ended and were in the middle of, but man, everything to the drone shots to the backstage segments, just the way they presented the matches themselves. I can't wait to watch tomorrow night.
What about the Hogan segment?
Yeah, talk about Hulk Hogan. So first off, for those of you that don't know, Hulk Hogan came out as a nostalgia. I can't ever say that word.
Yeah.
Just an act of, get people feeling good about themselves, and he got booed out of the building.
Bad.
So there's two schools of thought of why he got booed out of the building. Basically, one is he was a Trump supporter, and this was in California. The other is that he's a racist bigot.
That's one too.
But everybody seemed to go towards the Trump supporting side of it. I personally think, and then you guys tell me what you think, but I think people are just tired of him. He's been around forever. He doesn't bring anything to the show. That could have been a segment where they could have brought somebody in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Think he's just an idiot or his time has passed?
I think that
Both.
was a bad. I think that was a bad spot to bring him back. If it would have been a different city, it wouldn't have been as bad, probably.
Well, you
They
notice
were
that
gonna bring Stone Cold back in that spot,
That would have been way better.
but for
Yeah.
some reason it fell through, so they brought Hogan.
Stone Cold needs to pull his head out because he's already screwed up the WrestleMania moment where the Undertaker had to sub in for him. But that brings me back to the other part of that. If it is a political thing, why didn't people boo the Undertaker when he came out? Was it because he was smart enough to not get on the mic and just ride a motorcycle around? I don't know.
I think it's both the political and the racist thing, and with the media, I think overemphasized Hogan where they didn't probably with the Undertaker.
Yeah,
Maybe?
because he's more of the mainstream. Like everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. It doesn't matter if you're a wrestling fan or not. You just know who Hulk Hogan is. Not
And it-
everyone would know who the Undertaker is.
Right. And I don't know where Undertaker's from, but isn't Hogan from like Hollywood Hogan? Like,
No, he's from,
He's from
Minnesota.
Florida. Oh,
Oh, he
originally he lives in
from
Florida
Minnesota,
now.
But, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and the
I know-
Undertaker is from Texas.
Okay. I didn't know
So-
if maybe it was one of those like hometown disappointments kind of things.
Yeah, I don't really know. I
Maybe.
just think I think maybe it might be just WWE not reading the room. You know, it's like, read the room, dude. Like, nobody wants this. Nobody asked for this. So it'll be
I
interesting.
felt
But
bad. I felt bad for him. I really did.
Yeah. At first, I was like, "Are they booing?" Because that was loud.
Even though I'm not a fan of him, I just felt bad of him for him.
I felt like I should have felt bad, but I didn't feel bad. I
Yeah.
just didn't. I feel like that a lot of that is just about money anyways. And he was there for a paycheck and he gets what he gets. Like,
That's true.
you know,
He knew. He knew.
he
He
did.
had to. Yeah.
He had to have known that there was a chance. If not, then his ego is bigger than I would have ever imagined. So, but no, I thought it was awesome. Yeah, for those of you, as I'm reading the comments there, Holly is not feeling well today. I really think that maybe it's not that, though. I have a conspiracy theory on why Holly didn't come up today or come to the show today.
What's
Oh,
that?
And I really think she's licking her wounds still because she lost some fantasy football championships to me.
Oh boy.
Or it could be that they moved the LA Rams Minnesota Viking playoff game to Phoenix. So she's actually going to go to the playoff game tomorrow night. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Mike D just said she's sick every day. Today she's ill.
Dang,
Aw.
Mike D.
Yeah.
My name's Mike D, and I'm about to get money.
Kick them when they're down, right?
Yeah.
This is ill.
No, we hope she feels better. It'll be different without her. But then we were like, hey, we're just going to go old school with it. And I don't know if you even read the description on what I put on the video, but it was just basically like no holds barred today because Holly's not here. We don't have to be polite.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
We're going
I
old
like
school.
it.
We're
I
going old
love
school,
it.
eh?
Taking the gloves off.
We don't have to be kind.
So let's get into something real fast.
Speaking of-
before it goes completely off the rails. They moved the playoff game because of the wildfires in California, which I think anybody that's seen the footage of it, I mean, that's insane. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
those fires are out of control and they're burning down entire townships, and there's complete devastation behind all of it. But because this is what we do, and Greg's here this week. What do you think about the fires in California, Greg? Because I assume you've got some sort of spin on it.
Of course I do. I don't know. There's always an agenda, right? I don't really know. I don't know. I know there's a lot of UAPs flying around during these fires.
You think they have anything
That
to
people-
do with it that started it?
I don't know about that, but I think somebody did start it, and it's more of like a choreographed event. Like they always talk about these false flag events.
Mhm.
So it's not
but
random arson. You don't think it's like a random arson attack? It's
No, I don't think it's random larceny.
arson.
No, because that you think about that could happen at any point in time,
Mhm.
and you get a disgruntled employee that's just mad at two people could do the same thing at any
Yeah.
point in time.
Every day of the week.
You're right, and it's just always coincidentally at certain times, maybe before an election or right after some big event that happens in the world. It pushes money somewhere or distraction over here. Toilet paper shortage, kind of stuff. Like it's all a big chessboard, in my
Burning
opinion.
up P. Diddy evidence.
Something, yep. Losing
I've
an
heard
email
that, too.
server.
I've
I heard that.
Yep.
There's also this thing out there too that was talking about, whether it was started or where it hit and just these different sort of things. When it comes to it being a controlled thing, let's just say that you're right. Like somebody did this and bigger than one person lighting a match, right? Like
Yeah.
there was more behind it. If that's the case, does this remind you at all of Maui?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Yep.
of.
I was
An awful
thinking of the
lot. Now, I'm
balloon.
not saying there's some energy weapon or whatever, but I did see part of the Maui thing that's starting to come out now is apparently, and I'm kind of talking out of my expertise here, so I'm not going to try to pretend that I know exactly all the bylaws, but apparently, from what I read, if you don't rebuild in an instance like this within 2 years, and I mean as an individual rebuilding a house, then the government can come in and reassess the property. Guess how long it's taking to get permit to rebuild your house in California right now?
2 years.
A little over 2 years, 1.5 to 2.5 years is what they're saying. So there are some people out there that think a lot of this is done so that they can reassess property values because they couldn't do it at the extreme when the properties were still there. So I don't know. I've heard a lot of different thoughts behind it, though.
Well, to your point, though, where was the flooded West Virginia or North Carolina or somewhere where it all
North
flooded?
Carolina, yeah, the hurricane. You mean?
And the hurricane, and they're like going in giving people $750, and for those that take that and don't pay it back within a certain amount of time, they can cease the property.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, that's the other thing too. People have already started to stop by these lots and offer the landowners $750K for their lots. So if you want to figure out how the fire started, my thought might be, let's see who ends up buying up all the land.
True.
Right.
If you believe it was manipulated and it was that sort of deal, look at who buys the land. That will probably send you in the direction of who started the fire, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Don't know. I also heard another theory on that too. Let me just ask you a question that we've kind of touched base on a little bit in Cryptic Corner in the past. Did you guys see what happened on the Golden Globes Sunday night before the fire?
I didn't watch it.
No, I think I feel like I heard something, but I didn't see it.
Then I'm going to be talking way out of. I see Holly would be our person here to be talking about this. That's why I didn't go back and look at it. But what I have heard was there was a lot of jokes against God and the monologues and things like that. And then 2 days later, like all these neighborhoods start burning down. So do you think that? No, Meg, I did not watch the Golden Globes. All I'm saying is that I figured Hollywood had, so I didn't do the research. But do you think that there could be something behind that? Do you think that there is some sort of a judgment that could be coming from God for being mocked? I'm just curious what you guys think.
I think that's highly possible. Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it weird how there's a bunch of different things? I don't want to say that they're way out there, but there's a bunch of different scenarios that make sense in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is it one? Is it more than one? Is it all of them? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
I see it. We don't
will
know.
we ever know? Are we ever going to know?
I think, well, I guess depends on what ever means.
Well, in our lifetime.
I mean,
we're waiting.
I believe so, but not counting on it. I'll just say that.
Well, here's the other thing too. What are we, 3 years into the Epstein client list? We still don't know.
Still don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Email server. Hillary's email server.
The laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
all
this
that
stuff,
stuff
like-
we still don't know. And at some point, people lose interest. They will. The mass population will lose interest. And I think sometimes they just try to wait it out and let it go. I don't know. Yeah, Mike D said there that the folks on the Titanic mocked God also. All I would say is that if you read the Bible, it says in the Bible that God will not be mocked. And so I'm real curious to wonder if there's anything in there. Because here's the one argument for it that makes it make sense to me. What's the one thing that could stop all these fires?
Water.
Like
Rain.
Rain. Yep.
Yeah. What's
Yep.
not happening right now?
Yeah.
Rain.
I mean,
It's
if
the
God
season,
wanted
though.
to, he
Yeah.
could. It could rain, right? So
Right.
it's
Just
just
like Luke
it's
Bryan said, rain is a good thing.
yeah. Luke
You guys
Bryan,
take it for us?
you and your Luke Bryan
Oh,
obsession are the reason I do not have like a
Caleb,
what do
what's
they
the song?
call those little Google ball things that talk to you?
Yeah, the Google minis.
Yeah, because you'll start making it play Luke Bryan, and then my AI in my house will think I'm a Luke Bryan fan, and can't have that. So
You already said it over 3 times. It's already going to suggest it for you. Yeah.
We're all screwed now.
Yeah.
we're all screwed. Everyone watching this podcast is screwed now. But so I have all those fires and everything going on on the West Coast. What's been going on in the Midwest, guys? What has been happening around here?
Ice and
Gosh.
snow.
Freezing weather.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know how much snow did you end up getting over that 10-day-ish period, Greg?
Like 4 to 6 inches.
Yeah, I think we were probably more like 8 inches
Yeah,
plus an
about
inch of
eight-
ice before
like
it all
an inch
hit.
of ice and then 8 inches of snow.
Yes.
That
Yep.
sucked.
It's
So
still
mo-
packed underneath there. All that ice. I tried to
Yeah,
scrape some
yeah.
stuff this morning. And I was like, nope.
It literally took me every day of this week to get it chipped down to the concrete, and then finally it's sort of dry. So
Man.
for those people that could use some water on the West Coast, I think it's all in the Midwest in the form of
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
Did you guys? How many days this week did you work?
3.
Well, I stayed home the whole week. I worked
Okay.
from home, but I stayed home the whole week.
Caleb's a trooper. He went there for 3. My wife works at a hospital and was only able to go into work one day that last week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Really?
We'll talk a little bit more about Missouri Department of Transportation, except I know everybody's not from Missouri and the awesome job they did on our roads, but we're not going to get into that because
No.
it really affects just the 3 of us. So yeah, it was very, very interesting week. I feel like my biceps got huge though, because all that snow I was shoveling. Probably not, but
Did you make a
It's
snowman?
a good
like
workout.
Meg?
I didn't, but my neighbor made a snow cat.
Ooh.
I told her
That's
it needed to lose
different.
some weight.
Wow. Make fun
She
of
laughed.
Kit
She thought it was funny.
Uh,
It isn't a perfect snow for a snowman, though.
Kat. It was.
yeah, we made a snowman.
No, I
He
bet you
did.
didn't. Is it bigger than you?
Almost as big as me.
Wow.
Nice.
They should have done a sculpture of you.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? That
It's a
would've been
perfect.
cool.
It was the perfect snow for that kind of stuff. So, real quick, let's talk about the NFL playoffs. We're going to jump gears a little bit, but the Buffalo Bills are now stomping the Denver
Oh, yeah.
Broncos 28-7.
Okay, there
So
we
it
go.
looks like next week it's going to be the Texans at the Chiefs and the Ravens at the Bills.
Okay.
So if the Chiefs
there
are
we
going to make it back to the Super Bowl, then it's going to be, it's going to have to go. They're going to have to beat either the Bills or the Ravens again.
Yeah.
What
That's good.
What do you guys think? You think that's that they can do it?
Yeah, I think they can do it.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
The Ravens are going to be tough.
They
look
looked awesome yesterday.
Yeah.
The Steelers, however, did not look very awesome,
That's true.
and I don't know how much of that was the Steelers losing 6 in a row.
Is that how much?
Something like that.
They lost a
Wow.
lot in a row, or
Yeah.
that the Ravens are just that good. I guess we'll find out next week when the Bills play the Ravens. But I personally was hoping that the Chargers would win and the Broncos would win, and we could play the Broncos, and the Ravens would have to play the Chargers, and somehow the Chargers was upset it, so it would be an AFC West title game, but that didn't happen. So
I was kind of hoping for I'm rooting for the Broncos, but that ain't gonna happen, is it?
not unless
something crazy
Bo
happens.
Nix does something crazy. But I don't really see that happening either. But the bad thing about yesterday though was all the games kind of sucked. Like if you were wanting to kind of get back there and enjoy some football, those games weren't really that enjoyable. So I don't know. Hopefully today's it's not starting out real well. Hopefully tonight's game, or this afternoon's game, Green Bay and Philly, hopefully that'll be a better game because so far they haven't been very good. One last thing I have to talk about, and then whatever you guys want to keep, we can chat about whatever, because I know this may be a little bit of a shorter podcast because we don't really have any segments today. But Greg, what have you been doing on our Discord?
Oh, on the Discord.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're not real big Discord people, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I start getting these notifications about, I forget what it's even called,
What?
starts answering and asking questions in the Discord.
We got a GPT bot in our Discord. It's called Let Me Holly at You.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
really?
There you go, Holly.
she will talk to you about anything, and it's very interesting because I can't remember what I asked her, and then Greg's like, that's not me, that's a bot. I was like, yeah, Greg, I'm aware it's a bot.
I figured he was, but just in case, because you responded to it, and I was like,
Well, I just wanted to see if
wondered.
she would say anything else about it, but I couldn't. I kind of ran out. Is it just in your channel or is it on the whole thing?
It's in mine. It's not in the main chat.
Yeah, it's in
mine
your
and the
Hangout,
Twitch chat.
the
Yeah, we
cryptic
gotta-
chat.
Yeah, it's in
Is it
cryptic
audio? Is it in Holly's
No, it's
voice?
just-
Is she talking to you?
Chat. That would be
That
cool.
would be
That's
awesome.
the next step. Yeah, I didn't want to put it in the main chat because I was testing it out first, just for what you just said.
Yeah.
So I figured it out because I'm not a Discord guy either. I can use it, but I don't want to run a server because that takes a lot more work than people think.
Gotcha.
And
Did you see when Ho Rapper posted the price alert he got from Coinbase? It said, "Bro, it's F. Don't look. Go outside and go for a walk or something." And Let Me Holly at You said, "I don't think that's a legit price alert. Notify me what's going on with that." I was like, that's hilarious.
but yeah, that's there.
Have you guys
Anybody
been?
can use it.
Have you
Well,
been? Go ahead.
I was gonna say with football and stuff. What about college football? Who do you think is going to win the national championship?
I don't honestly.
It's
man,
Ohio State, Notre Dame.
I think Ohio State's going to, but I don't really care. I've traditionally never liked either one of those teams.
All right. Wow.
Who do you think's going to
No
win?
comment.
Greg doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I do. I don't keep up with it though.
I'd probably pick Ohio State. I'm not a fan of either one of them either, but as long as it's a good game, I'll watch it. If it's crap, I'll turn it off.
The problem is both of those fan bases are like some of my least favorite because they brag about everything and they're just really loud. And so somebody's going to be super loud on X for a long time and just going to have to listen to it, I guess, or mute them.
That's all right.
But Greg, I was going to ask you too, and I forgot to ask you earlier, what video games you've been playing here recently?
Oh, I played Call of Duty with Chris and Matt quite a bit, but I played this game called The Invincible. Played it all the way through. And it's just a single player story game where you're stranded on a planet and you got to basically just you go through and figure out what happened. And I guess they're kind of like the Russians versus the Americans kind of theme to it, I guess, in a sense, but
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is you play? It's like solo play.
it's solo play. It's a story-driven game. You
Oh,
don't
is that
shoot anybody, but it's a very, very good game.
You play games like that because you don't have any friends.
Uh huh.
Dang, that's hurtful.
No, because I'd rather be on a planet isolated,
I can get behind
and
that.
it gives me that atmosphere.
Do you have a lot of people in the G5 group that play Call of Duty with you?
Yeah,
Like, is that a pretty common thing?
the Call of just Chris and Matt on the Call of Duty, but every Friday they'll play a different game, and there's usually 8 to 15 people, just depends
Really?
on the week, that will get
Yeah.
on and play Fall Guys or Among Us or whatever game they play, and then they stream like the new Marvel Rivals game on their
Is that
Twitch.
any good? I have seen some screenshots of it, but I haven't really seen anybody play it. Is it like just a one-on-one fighting game? Is that what it is?
You remember
like Street Fighter or something?
Yeah, like Mortal Kombat. Is that what it is, or is it like something else?
It's like the Blizzard game. Matt, help me out here. What's the Blizzard game where
Diablo?
it's like a shooter? No. Gosh, it's a first person shooter style game.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know
where
that.
It's like kind of like a team deathmatch kind of got a Fortnite look to it.
Oh yeah, Matt said it's a O-line battle arena. Oh, Overwatch. It's like Overwatch. Okay.
It's like Overwatch. Yep.
Okay, I might have to check that out then because I liked Overwatch. Yeah, it's third person, Greg.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
what I was thinking.
My bad. Is there
Okay.
a first person option? Come on.
I don't know. We're gonna have to like give your seat up, Greg, to somebody that knows something about video games.
Not me.
Wow.
No, I'm still stuck on the Fortnite thing. And basically just because it's basketball season for me, coaching
Mhm.
high school basketball, and this last week I had some free time because of the snowstorm. But like Friday nights, I'm not around. And now that we had 3 games snowed out last week, I'm not going to be around like 3 nights a week for about 6 weeks. So there's probably not going to be, you're not going to see me in those tournaments or poker or any of those sort of things. But I still get the notifications. And thanks to Greg and Chris for helping me get rid of the notifications whenever they get stuck, I kept Discord. So I still see what's happening because I was this close to like getting rid of it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I can control, like on our Discord server, that I could turn off everybody getting every notification for everything. Like
That's
every
been pretty
little-
sweet too.
Yes, my bad. I'm sorry for that.
It's all right. Last week when
Whoops.
you weren't here, we talked major trash about you behind your back and
I
made a little
watched it.
voodoo doll. And no, this was off air. And then
off
we
air.
start sticking pins in it.
Off
Speaking
air
of that,
gosh.
you know
That
where that came
explains it.
from? You know where that came
What?
from?
Where?
Last night. Guess what I did?
You made a voodoo doll.
Made
Nope.
another boot? Yeah. Well,
I
did a-
watched Raiders of the Ark, Temple of Doom, and what's the Holy Grail? The one with Sean Connery.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called.
Quest for the
the
Holy
Quest
Grail.
for the Holy Grail or something
Yeah.
like that. Or
So I watched the first 3 Indiana Jones movies last night.
What time did you go to bed?
the last
I don't want to
Crusade.
talk about it. It was like 2. And it was all on
That's
regular
okay.
TV with commercials.
Oh, dang.
Oh wow.
That's how bored I
Wow.
was. It was
You're
pretty boring.
dedicated.
Aren't they making another?
I think so.
You know what? I'll tell you something about video games. They just come out with the Indiana Jones video game that is on PC. I'm sure it's on PlayStation, but it's getting some good ratings.
Is it?
I haven't.
I'm usually
it's
disappointed with those movie
$70.
branded games.
I
Well,
enjoyed
better
the
be good,
Legos, Indiana Jones Lego game.
I can
That
tell
was
you, if
fun.
it comes out and
Yeah.
it's crap, like on Steam, people will destroy it if it really is crap, and it's got great ratings.
That is true. That is one thing I really enjoy Steam for because there is no holds barred. No, you can't. People don't hold back their feelings for those games, especially the ones they're paying like $70 for. So
Mm.
I don't know if it continues to have good ratings. I'm gonna have to check it out because I've always been a huge Indiana Jones fan.
Yep, I added it to the wish list, but I ain't paying $70 for it.
No, I think
Josh
that
will buy it for you, Greg.
no, I won't. I don't. I'm not doing that.
Will you?
Nope.
He
Aw,
will.
He's swell, real swell.
He's a real small guy.
You know what's funny is as soon as I won the fantasy football last week and I got my prize money, all of a sudden I got a couple texts from Greg saying, "Oh, we have these bills due."
Yeah, we got bills to pay.
We got bills to pay, man. Come on.
Hey, you got bills. Hey, we're monetized now.
Oh
It's
yeah,
supposed to be supporting the whole system. I know what
Yeah.
you pay for StreamYard.
yeah, you do.
I know. I know the ins and outs.
Just a little less than what I won in fantasy football.
Dang.
But at least that's not due till June. So yeah,
Well, I just figured we'd convene and say this is Caleb's year
to pay for everything.
for everything.
For everything.
Yes, it was just a randomizer on X. Sorry, you got
Nothing good
picked.
from River.
Randomizer.
River has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or the Twitter picker or whatever it's called.
Anything interesting in your guys's? I'm reading Meg's question. Says Josh, you know the BBT criticism of Raiders. Dr. Jones has no impact on the outcome. Yeah, I've heard that. Like the same thing would happen whether or not Indy was in the movie or not. Like everything that happened would still have happened
Yeah.
whether he was there or not. And if you think about it, it's pretty true.
Yeah.
But he brings the cool factor. I will say though, have you guys ever went back and like watched old movies that you thought were really good and you know back in the day, like say Goonies? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
talking about classics, though, not like
Never Ending Story. Loved it as a kid.
horrible as an adult.
I got 10 minutes into it. And I was like, I
Mhm.
can't believe I like this movie ever.
I personally will say Indiana Jones, all three of those, they passed the test of time. I thought they,
Agreed.
I think part of it is because they were set in like the early 1900s anyway. So you didn't have that, you know, you're watching like this sci-fi movie of what they think it's going to be. It was already history, which is still history. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Not a lot of CGI. It's more.
some of the explosions were
Story.
pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
It's story.
Yeah.
The story. Yeah.
Oh, Mad Max is a good one. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one. That was good. The originals. They
Yeah,
hold up.
Blade
They're-
Runner is still great. I heard they're actually going to make a new
Well-
Blade Runner. Like start
Yeah.
over.
Hmm.
Is there
Well,
any
didn't
other
they
movies
just
you?
Do one?
I don't know.
uh,
I think they
Colin
did do
Farrell?
one a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling were in it.
Oh yeah,
that's
Ryan
right.
Gosling. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you
so
guys watch
you're-
it?
Yeah, I watched it. It was good. It
I thought it was
was-
okay.
okay. It wasn't like I wouldn't want to watch it again. But
Yeah.
it was good. But your Indiana Jones movies, I think a lot of that has to do with the director or producer, George Lucas.
Yeah.
It's like the
and
Star Wars
Spielberg.
movies and Spielberg. Yeah, all those guys they kind of
Well,
put a little bit
if you-
more into it.
But if you think about it too, the Star Wars movies were set so far in the future
Mhm.
that we haven't got there yet. So there's nothing to compare it to. And whereas like the past is still the past, it's still the same. So it hasn't changed. So I think that does help in the aging of things when it's set in an era, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So you're saying
Yes.
Back to the Future 2 is not good?
Back to the Future 2,
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. We're
I
past
really
that
like-
now.
I really liked the first one,
Yeah.
but I didn't care
Yeah.
for any of the other ones, to be honest with you. Wasn't there one with the train?
That's the third
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I didn't
I
care for
didn't
that
like
either.
those even back then that much. Like the first one was good. Even as a young person, I thought the first one was good, and the rest of them were
Yeah.
just money grab kind of movies.
That's what it came off as, or what
Yeah.
it seemed like, anyways. Did you guys? Wow, I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, did you hear that there was a? And I don't know if it's true or not. I guess I should ask you. I've seen clips and articles on a brand new Back to the Future. Is that real, or is that
It's fan, I think it's fan edited.
it's fan edited? Okay, because
I
it
think
looks like
so.
Marty McFly is a teacher in a high school,
Tom
and
Holland. That
no,
one?
it's
okay.
actually
Oh, Matt says it's a joke.
Michael J. Fox is the one I saw. Michael J. Fox was in a classroom teaching the kids. He's old too, like he is now. And then everybody's saying it's a joke, it's fake. Well, that sucks
Okay.
because I actually thought it looked good. So I'm just not a big fan of the remakes that they do. If they want to do another sequel to something, I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. but when you
Yeah.
completely start something over, it didn't make. I don't know. It just doesn't come off right to me. Did you
All
guys
right.
see like Footloose, the original Footloose?
Yeah.
It didn't age well. Okay,
That's
if you
Kevin
go back
Bacon
yeah,
and Travolta, or
no,
just
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 a bunch of
thinking.
other people I've never heard of.
John Lithgow.
okay.
Yeah, John Lithgow's in it, Sarah Jessica Parker, a lot of people before they became
Oh.
stars.
Never
So
watched it.
it didn't really age well, but it was classic, right? And then they remade
Mhm.
it, and it was just dumb. It's like, yeah, well, I've seen the story before. Okay, not gonna go pay how much money in the theater to watch it.
So we're talking movies. What's the best trilogy?
There's a lot of good ones.
Is
Like
there a
the
lot of
best
good
trilogy
ones?
ever? Like ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go with the Matrix as far as like overall storyline and depth. And
Okay.
consistency throughout the trilogy.
That's good.
Not my favorite.
I know
trilogy.
Back to the Future is in the
But-
top 10, but I saw a rating a couple of years ago, but I don't remember what the number one was.
What's your favorite trilogy, Caleb?
Uh,
There's a lot of them.
there's a lot, but normally not all three of them are good. It's like two out of the three or something like that.
See, I think my favorite trilogy is the Batman, the Dark Knight series.
Oh, those were good too.
Those are good
Because you had the Scarecrow in the first one. I don't remember the names of the movies. You had the Joker, and then you had Bane.
Yeah.
I thought they all kind of. The first one was a little not quite as good as the second one, but I'm a sucker for kind of those sort of deals. I also will say though, from beginning to end, and I don't even know how many movies there were in there. That whole Avengers
Oh my
timeline
gosh.
of all the
Yeah.
Iron Mans and Black Panthers and how they tied all those together.
That was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever going to be duplicated again. I
See,
mean,
that
that
was in
was
my head.
insane.
Yes, but I threw it out because trilogy. It's more than a
Right.
trilogy.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. But man, those guys, the effort they put into that
Dude.
and the way it turned out, I was just like, wow, this is good. There was only maybe one or two movies in that whole, I don't know how many movies there were, like 15, 20.
There's a lot.
You know, if you
Yeah,
can include
at
all of
least.
the other ones. Yeah. There
At
was only
least.
one or two movies in there that I thought wasn't that good. Or that what I thought was like, like I wasn't a big fan of
okay.
Iron Man 3. That was just like, and
Just
maybe,
in there.
yeah, kind of. But then the ones I didn't think I would like I didn't, when I saw the previews of Thor Ragnarok, I was like, dude, that movie is awesome.
That one
Yeah.
is great.
That is really good. And so
The way it starts is just like, yeah.
yeah,
We're just
so-
going down in the cage and
But even
Yeah.
like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, that's never something that ever
Dude.
appealed to me. But then I watched them and I was like, these are really good. And then they all tied together. And I thought, I just don't think we're ever going to see that in my lifetime again.
see, I did not want to like the Guardians movies either.
I didn't either.
Just something about it, I did not want to like it. And didn't think I would. But
So, Greg,
I
what-
think those were one of the better ones.
Greg, what do you think about Lord of the Rings? It's in the comments.
Oh.
Would that be a top trilogy for you?
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen them all.
Well,
I fall asleep
Dude.
watching them.
I mean, I'm a sucker for the Matrix. That would be second in my book.
Okay.
Just
They're
because
not,
of
I
the
wouldn't even make top 10 for me.
really
I hate the Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
the depth in those movies I think is unmatched. I think it's even deeper than the Matrix. But
Really?
I've even read the books of the Lord, the Hobbit, and all those books too, and I just not a fan of them. My mom, I think, sort of made us read them when we were growing up,
Yeah,
and she
really
loved
does.
them, and I just never enjoyed it. I just never enjoyed the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So to each their own.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm in the minority. Because a lot of people love them, but I just
What about The Lion, the
Can't
Witch, and the
get mine.
Wardrobe, that trilogy or that series?
I've actually never seen it all.
I respect it's good for what it is, but it's more like to me it's more for kids. It's like the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings for kids to me. Like it's
Yeah.
simplified message where Lord of the Rings is like there's so much lore in the Lord of the Rings that you
Oh
could
yeah.
like, and it could go off in any direction and just keep
Yeah.
going.
They said Token and Lewis would read each other's works and like proofread it for each other. So that's kind of interesting.
I think like with that, the C.S. Lewis took the more like, let's just simplify it and get the message out
Yeah.
approach, and Tolkien's like had nothing else to do in life, I guess, and just
Stretch it
I
out.
mean, because he's
Yeah.
got so many other things that like the Silmarillion or whatever, and it goes
Mhm.
on forever.
Yeah.
Well, and there
Nobody's
just
gonna
seemed to
touch it.
be there seemed to be during that time frame too that everybody saw how popular those things were becoming, and there was like these little one-off movies that were sort of set in that same time with some special, crazy, magical thing happening. And to me, I think part of the reason I don't care for them is it just got oversaturated. Like that's all you could find,
Mm.
and then. I don't remember when it started or if it was in the middle of it or whatever, but then Harry Potter started showing up everywhere, and I was just like, I can't handle it anymore. Like I'm out.
Harry
I
Potter
haven't
started
watched those
showing up.
either.
You know, I didn't want to like those either.
I don't like them.
And the first two, the first one I can't stand.
That's the only one I've seen actually.
The first one I cannot stand. Is too kiddish, but then it starts getting more dark, and it becomes an adult movie, in my opinion, than more for kids.
What,
Like-
And
adult
then I
Harry
started
Potter?
liking it. Like people die. People start
Okay.
dying, and it's like, okay, I can get into it now.
Do the whiny people die? Because that's really the only ones I want to die are the ones that are whiny.
Sometimes
All right,
people you
well.
wouldn't expect do die.
I'm still
in
not
that
going to
movie.
watch it. I
It's
watched
kinda
the
like
first
Game of
one.
Thrones. Like, you know how Game of Thrones goes? Like, the people you love die. Like, the moment you start loving them in that show, they're probably dead the next episode.
I don't
Like
think
real
I
life,
loved
you mean?
any of them.
Oh.
Not like want to marry them, anyways.
Well, I mean,
Gabe, don't get me started on Game of Thrones because I think from the
Mm.
beginning of that and the way
Dragon
that
Queen?
started to how it ended, the ball got dropped. I don't know exactly what season it was, probably somewhere around 4 or 5. But they never been
Yeah,
more
lost
disappointed in
you.
a way a show ended than that one. just-
yeah, the way that ended was bad.
It was.
But it was a good show.
And The Lord of the Rings was actually the last trilogy that I watched, even though I didn't enjoy any of the movies. So, like when Harry
That's
Potter
a lot
and
of time, too, right there.
I know. I got in trouble. I think I told the story in the theater when I screamed because I wouldn't get on the stupid boat at the end, and my butt hurt. I was like, "Get on the boat!" really loud, and people got mad.
I would have
And-
loved to have been there.
They sat there on that dock looking at that stupid boat for like 15 minutes, like real
In
time.
slow
15.
mo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
like-
"Get on the boat!"
And they're
And
all just
people got
smiling
mad.
at each other.
Yeah, what was that?
Like,
Like
and they're just hugging each other and
I
jumping
was
on
over
beds.
it.
And yeah,
I
know
finally just got up
exactly.
and left. I was like,
Uh,
"Get on the boat or not? I don't really care."
I even
At
liked
this
the
point-
movie, and I thought, holy shit, man! Like,
Yeah.
yeah, get on with it.
I couldn't
Like-
hold it any longer. I said it out loud, very loud.
Well-
Get on the boat,
Did
and
you
then
know
I left.
there is? I have the versions that the extended cut, and it adds an hour and a half overall, but for all 3 movies combined, it adds another
Dang.
hour and a half. So, can you
No.
imagine sitting through another hour and a half of that, Josh?
No, I wouldn't do it. You could just ask me, "Hey, the extended cut's coming out. I want to go see it in the theater." And before you could get the words out, I would punch you right in the wiener.
Wow. That's not
good.
kind at all.
Yeah,
Hey.
I just being honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I value the honesty.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, you're always gonna get it from me, whether it makes you feel good or not is another story.
what's that? The Jack Snyder cut of
Uh,
Justice League? Isn't that like 4 hours long?
I thought it
Or
was
3?
like 3 hours longer, like it was 5 hours longer or something, wasn't it? It was forever.
That was a long. Didn't we all watch that together?
In
Oh,
your
just yeah,
basement.
that was a long one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a
That was
long
long.
because they originally, I don't remember, and I'm too lazy to look it up right now, but it's
You're-
approaching nap time, folks. It's starting to get real lazy, but
Approaching that.
that was actually really good. I thought that extended cut of Justice League. I still think
I did too.
overall they dropped the ball on that whole series, but
DC, yeah,
yeah,
they screwed it up.
They did. I don't know what that is. If that's a combination of ego with a director producer, or if it's a money grab thing, or what it is. But they had all the right actors, and they completely bombed it. They completely screwed it up. Are you looking it up, Greg?
Yeah, it says it's 214 minutes, so it's what, about
That's it?
a little over 3 hours, right?
Was there something else we watched then at your house that was like 6 hours long?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I thought
They
there
did
was.
one big. I don't remember what it was.
It was in
Well,
your basement in your theater, and we were there forever.
Yeah. It says, I mean, that's what that pulled up. 214 minutes. I said Jack Snyder, but Zack Snyder's cut is 214 minutes.
We all know what you meant.
And the original was what? Let's see.
That's almost 4
110?
hours. That's
110
3 hours
minutes.
and 56 minutes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess that'd
so
be
it was 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
my bad.
Thanks, Caleb.
You're welcome.
So who's going to rescue that series? Who's going to bring that back and make me want to go watch it in the theater?
Well, have you
Okay.
seen the new Superman trailer? Does that make you want to watch that? No?
What?
Let me tell you something.
You don't want the dog?
Exactly. I don't
What?
want the dog.
But the dog is part of the comic. Like, it's
I don't
part of
give
the
a crap.
story.
That whole thing is
Dude.
not happening. Like,
But his
dude,
name's
when I first
Crypto.
saw it, I know what his
Crypto.
name is, and I think it's stupid. When I
Wow.
saw that whole preview coming together, I thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a chance. Even though I love Cavill as Superman, I'm going to give this new guy a chance. And some of the things they showed, I was like, okay, I could get behind this a little bit. And then he's laying there all like dead in the snow, and he starts to blow, and he starts whistling. And before that dog showed up, I was like, if a freaking dog shows up, I'm out. And sure enough, and he's like,
Oh!
home, and then the dog takes him. Just come on. I
The
can't we
question on
just,
that too, though. He's sitting there, isn't he bleeding?
yeah.
Yes.
What caused him to bleed?
Where was his superhero dog when he was getting his butt handed to him? Playing fetch with Wonder Woman? I don't like.
Maybe he was off world. I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
They'll
don't
explain it
know.
when you watch it.
I don't know that I'm going to.
Well, you know,
I might.
Crypto,
I might, just because we could talk about it, but be prepared for me to tear it to shreds.
oh my.
I'll have
Well,
like
you know-
a whole notebook like this is all tore to shreds.
Well, see, oh my god, the dog Crypto's really Superboy's dog, which it's not a Superman thing.
See, once you
much.
start getting past Superman and you go to Superboy and Supergirl and all this other people
Wow.
super-ish, I'm just like,
You know,
wow, man.
I knew because I think I shared the trailer with you guys one day and was like, "Have you guys seen this?"
Yeah, I think you
I
did
knew
too.
in my head. Trust me, the first thought I thought when I watched this whole thing was Josh is gonna hate this movie. 'Cause as soon as he's laying there bleeding and you hear something coming, and I was like, "Huh?"
Oh, I knew
Like
it as soon as he started to whistle. I was like, nah.
and I was like, "Okay, really?" And then it was the dog. I was like, "Yeah, Josh." I literally thought Josh was gonna hate this movie.
I was
Yeah.
super like wanting to like, if you lived a little closer, I probably would have drove over to your house.
He didn't live that far away.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
don't. I
Holly.
get angry like just for a little bit, but that doesn't stick around that long. Let it go.
Holly said we're
Yeah.
getting X-rated.
Kind of got that way a little bit. Said the whole
Harry Potter
conversation
stuff?
with. Yeah, we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
throw her on there so she can be
The
part of the
adult Harry
podcast.
Potter.
Yeah, it happens, Holly. That's what happens when you don't show up.
Right.
Things get a little violent.
It's not kind at all.
The kindness, we don't have the be kind sticker in the background to remind us what we're supposed to be doing. So
Yes. This goes chaotic.
It's old school.
no, I had to
Hey.
explain to somebody today. They invited me over to lunch after church, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come over to lunch?" And I was like, "No, I can't. I got a podcast." And they're like, "Oh, you do a podcast? What's it? You know, like, how long you been doing it?" It's like 120 episodes. They're like, "What? How come I've never heard of it?" It's like, because I don't think you'd like it. And they're like, "Well, what do you talk about?" And I said, "Actually, really, what it is it's just four friends that get together and have a good time, and at the same time, then we talk about whatever we want to talk about. But to tell you what our podcast is really about is really hard to do. So that's probably why we don't make much money doing it.
Well, I was gonna
That's
say
okay.
we heard Caleb's story of him trying to explain it to someone.
Yeah, that about got him beat up by a woman.
Triggers.
Yeah.
Did she ever text you after we exposed her on? Then we call her Susan. Is that what we named her? Was Susan?
Yeah. Yeah.
She didn't watch that one. I guess then.
Probably not. I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
Oh.
her loss. Caleb's a good looking dude.
Yeah,
Right here, man.
come on. He's got all
Yeah,
kinds of profiles out there.
yeah, he does.
He don't
We're
even know
dating
about.
now. This
Well,
is
that's
a
what-
dating podcast.
Yeah, that's what we should do. Is we should see if we can find him on all of those, and then do like a little highlight reel for him on our podcast without letting him know. Just pops up in the middle, scrolls through all of them, set to music. We're gonna find him a date.
Oh, there we
Greg
go.
wants Darcy and I to go out.
Ooh.
Too far away.
Too far away. Long distance
Yeah,
relationship
long
don't work.
distance. Yeah. We'll help you out though. We'll get you hooked up. I feel like this was in a movie once.
It probably more than one movie. Can you guys hear that dog barking? Is it
It's
just
Crypto.
me? No, it's not Crypto.
Chris said give
Crypto's
Crypto a
coming.
chance.
I'm going to go send my dog Ellie after Crypto, and we'll see who wins.
Crypto.
Well, I mean, Crypto
Crypto's not real. Ellie
recharges from the
is.
sun. Well,
So Ellie doesn't recharge from the sun. She just goes "Bleh," and falls asleep. Well, guys, you got anything else you want to say before we shut this thing down?
Is it already over?
yes, we
I
got
don't
a
know.
store.
It's been 52 minutes, but that's about as long as
Again.
I can handle with Greg.
The Bills are wanting 31
I need more
to
coffee.
7.
Hold on. We got a store though.
We do have
There
a
you
store.
go, Matt. You're welcome.
Where's the coffee at? Like, just
It's right here.
off
It's
screen?
just-
You have to
It's
go
right
pee.
here.
He's peeing
Yeah.
outside.
Thanks, Crypto. Good dog.
Drinking Crypto coffee.
Yeah, in the new mug. See, we got a store.
Oh,
Yeah.
and a store mug.
Store mug. How do they
Store
get to the
mug.
store, Greg?
At the bottom of our YouTube channel. Actually, it's on our YouTube channel, but below the video on YouTube, you can see.
It's to the right
Oh.
up top. You keep saying bottom. It's at the top.
It used to be at the bottom.
I don't
Okay,
care.
it's at the top.
Took me 3 days to find it because I was looking at the bottom.
3 days.
And it's, yeah.
3 days.
Did somebody give us money?
Glad you found it.
Chris Vaughn
Thank
says
you.
go Bills.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Bills. Oh
Chris.
my gosh. They say this in the Discord. There's a whole battle.
About Bills?
Yes, go Bill. He says go Bills.
Appreciate the tip, but yeah, we're not Bills fans around here. We're on the wrong side of the state. But
Well,
the
he's
Broncos,
on the wrong side of the country.
yeah, he's on the wrong side of the world, wrong side of the globe. I have heard though that it's
Oh, it's
gorgeous
behind
where
Josh's
Chris
head.
lives.
That's. I've
What
heard good
happened to
things
my
about
head?
Portugal.
Now you got the Chiefs behind your head.
Oh yeah, it's over here.
Oh yeah. Go Chiefs.
Why is everything backwards?
I know when
It's a
I was holding the
weird
mug
image.
up, I'm like,
Yeah, but you can read like my letters and I don't know. It's weird.
it's the way the camera, like it.
Well,
by
that camera's
default will
stupid.
Reverse.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
All it says Rams house. I really am hoping that's a Rams Chiefs Super Bowl. Because if it is, we're gonna have some big time bets on it.
There'll be a lot of points scored.
Maybe or
Matt,
it'll
you're
be
backwards.
6-3.
Oh, we got a super sticker too.
What's that mean?
It
What's a super
means
sticker?
We got like a
A
glorified
sticker that's
high
super
five on the chat.
from Chris.
Oh,
Like,
That's from
hey,
Chris
yeah,
too.
super sticker.
how do you
But
know that? I didn't see
I-
anything pop up.
It doesn't show. Can you see it, Caleb?
I see it. Yeah, it's
On
under Matt's
the
comment.
comments?
Oh, I don't have the
Chris.
comments pulled up right now.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah. That one does. That one doesn't flash on my screen. The other ones do.
Gotcha.
Hungry
Nice.
hippo. Hungry hippo.
Matt says that he thinks it's going to be Ravens versus Lions. Well, I hope you're wrong. I'm not
you
bitter
kick him?
about that whatsoever.
Can I kick him out of the chat?
I can see that though. The Ravens look tough.
Shut your mouth, Caleb.
Just saying.
Wow.
No, Matt, we are not doing math. We don't care what the conversion rate is. We're not
It's
doing
Sunday.
math.
It's
Eric
Sunday.
Bush tries to make us do homework, and I refuse to do homework. It's Sunday. No work.
Meg wants to hear
Work
the
all play.
giveaway thing. You want to play that
Wait,
for her?
You know what? We need to have a giveaway. Want to
Okay.
give something away?
I've got I got games to give away anytime we need to give away.
Why don't you give away your
Christine.
coffee mug, Greg?
How about your cat?
I'll give it away for $20.
You can autograph it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the giveaway would be, but we'll play it for Meg. It's giveaway time.
It's giveaway time.
It's giveaway time.
Giveaway time is my favorite.
It's my favorite.
Yay.
All right, we're gonna give away
What's
a
this
good
about?
time on
Yeah,
the G5
see?
Discord.
Caleb was the last one. You're gonna do what?
Caleb was the last one.
Oh,
I saw you
Greg
do. I saw Greg
Oh.
do this before we did the giveaway.
Oh,
Was he just
I
picking
was
his
just scratching
nose?
my nose. I was
Oh,
just
I
scratching my
thought
nose.
you were.
For
Wow.
real. Like,
I was like, what the hell's going on?
thank
He's-
you, God.
You know what?
me
I'll
out
figure
when I
out
don't
some
even
sort
know.
of a giveaway for next week. I'll figure out a giveaway for next week. We haven't done one in a while. We'll do something.
Okay.
You think it should be a prize, or you think it should be money? What I mean by a prize, like
Something on the store.
yeah, something from the store, like a sweatshirt. Maybe give away a sweatshirt. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we could do that. Thanks for. Oh, there's that super. Oh yeah, that one popped up. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Well,
Hmm.
why don't you let them, the comments, tell us what they want?
You guys, Meg, we're not giving away Bruno. It's not
Oh.
happening. You guys
No.
let us know what you want in the comments before we shut this thing down. Do you want it to be, say, B&B? Do you want it? I mean, some sort of crypto? Do you want it to just be Cash App? Do you want just cash? Or would you want something from the store? Maybe we do both. Maybe we do a little bit of both. We're not giving away Bruno. I don't have any Bruno. I sold all that crap a long time ago.
I need a haircut. Look at this.
You kind of do, crazy man.
I'm getting. Yeah, get one. I know where you can go.
I'll just cut it right here. Just shave it all off.
Actually, there's a dude at church today that had done exactly that, and I'm thinking about doing that too. But my wife says I look like a serial killer. So,
That's okay.
yeah,
Crypto ones. Okay, we're getting crypto and a store giveaway.
we'll do both.
And Matt, I said I didn't say G5 was giving away anything. I said I was going to give away a good time in the G5 Discord.
You giving them a good time?
You're giving
by
away
sending
good
them
times.
a link. By sending them the share link to join the Discord.
Oh,
Gotcha. Okay.
See where I'm
I
going?
thought you were
No.
getting the bigger adults.
no, I don't. And I would advise people to not get Greg's good time. Yeah, I would just say stay away from that. But all right, so I'll figure out something.
Wow.
Maybe I'll put something out on X. Maybe get a little bit of exposure out of the deal too, and we'll put together some sort of giveaway for some merchandise and
So
/ crypto.
is it going to be one giveaway or like a merchandise giveaway and a crypto giveaway
I don't know. I kind of like doing,
bundle?
except for I would really like to give merchandise away to people that actually watch the show and not that just sign up for the giveaways.
Yeah.
So let me think about it, and I'll get it out there on X, and we'll figure it out.
Chris said he could give away something as well.
Is it like cool stuff or like a Greg type giveaway?
No, it's coming from him.
He's
That's
giving
from
away
him.
a good time like Greg.
No, like like the red hot chili peppers.
Give it away. Give it away. Yeah.
I tried to use that as our giveaway song, but I could not figure out how to remix it, and it was still copyrighted. So
Oh,
I tried
Yeah.
a million different ways, sped it up, turn it down, flip the words around, and
what
it
if
never
you
would
sang
work.
it?
No, I like ours better.
Called a cover.
So
Oh,
in
okay.
honor of the
Ours is
fact
good.
that we will do a giveaway this week, you know what I think we'll do, guys? You tell me if you think this is stupid. I think what we're going to do is next week live on the podcast, we'll give away some merch. Okay, to the people that are actually here live. And then we will do some sort of a crypto giveaway during the week that we will announce on the podcast. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure out how we're going to give it away. Tell your friends next week live. We'll give away the merch. That way,
Friends.
that
There's a
way
new
we give it
bat
to
in
people
town.
that actually are watching it. And it's not people just signing up just for the fact of a giveaway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
Are we
Anything
signing
else?
the merch? Are we gonna autograph it?
Ooh, autographed merch. You know how much it's going to cost us to ship it to everyone to get it autographed and then ship it back out? It'll
Well,
cost
Holly's
more than
coming
the
for the-
sweatshirt.
Oh,
Big
I got an
12
idea. I got an idea.
Oh,
I got an idea. Digital signatures, and you guys email to me, and I'll put it on the giveaway item. as a
but that's
digital-
not real. That's like a printed. You know what?
Okay,
Here's what we
fine.
do, Greg. We should
Well,
buy
well,
like 4 mugs. When Holly comes back to the Big 12 tournament, we will legit sign them, and then we'll give them away one at a time. Because you know
Okay.
our signature adds so much value to it. Basically, it probably
Right.
devalues it because then you can't put it in the dishwasher anymore.
It's more. Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
See?
God.
Need a digital
Yeah.
one.
Then we need a different idea.
It's more.
But we'll
like
give
a
away
little love scent, is what it is.
We'll give away some merch next week live, and then we'll figure out either this week or next week. We
Ooh,
will give away some money. It's
Ooh,
about
egg.
time.
Meg said NFT signatures.
There you go.
Don't get Greg
That's
started.
actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. In the meantime, go check it out. You can see we've got just 3 things on the store right now, Greg. Right, but we
Yeah.
got some new stuff coming. So check it out, and I don't know. I could get something to wear too. I need a stocking
I
cap. Is what I
ordered
need.
everything on it that I have. And the mug was the first one that showed up.
Okay.
Because there's a hoodie, t-shirt. Actually, there's 4 items: the mug, the hoodie, and 2 t-shirts.
Since Holly's not on here, we can have her give away some shoes. That's what people are wanting.
Holly shoes, like
Yeah.
worn shoes. Is this
Yeah.
turning into like an OnlyFans type thing?
I don't know, but that's what they want. Yeah, give it to them.
You got no. You don't have to give people what they
Oh.
want.
Is this like
Ew.
a what the fud?
Ooh.
Like
There we go.
shoe?
What the fudge shoe?
Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, a
All right,
beanie.
well,
Yep.
guys, you got anything else? If not, I'm gonna say bye.
Is it nap time, Josh?
He's
No.
gotta say bye.
It's hot in here, though.
Well, it's cold outside.
It is.
It's hot in there. I don't know. It's like when it's cold outside, you turn your heater up too high inside, and you just.
I don't
It's
touch.
It's true. It's
I
true.
don't touch mine at all. 68 degrees, 66. Either 66 all winter long.
So, quick story before we leave. I'm gonna whisper this because my wife's in the other room.
Stephanie.
But she's getting a little older, right? So what's happening is like temperatures don't really work anymore in her body. So we have to have the heat on it like whatever during the day, but at night then it's got to be like 65 degrees. And I've never slept so more beautifully in my life than I have here recently because I love it cold when I sleep, but it used to be it'd be too freaking hot.
Mm.
Mother Nature kicked in and she's my friend. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
Have a good week, guys. I'll leave it on that note.
Oh, Rudy. Okay. You
What?
want my mug?
Have
There
a
you go.
good week and God bless.
Okay.
Adios.
Later.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.